Uh, a very good morning to all. I, Shashank, welcome all the participants for the national webinar on Education 4.0 and and its challenges, which is organized by Research and Training Institute, a unit of Sanatana Sampradisthana, Mysore, in association with the Rotary Club of Mysore West. Prayer is the process of talking to God in order to achieve a purpose. So let us begin this webinar by seeking the blessing of Lord Almighty. Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada. Now I request Dr. Ramachandra CG, the Managing Director of Sanatana Research and Training Institute, to welcome and introduce the speaker of today's webinar. I also request him to welcome the guest and the participants.
A very good morning, one and all. I take this opportunity on behalf of Sanatana Research and Training Institute, which is a unit of Sanatana Sampradisthana, Mysuru, to welcome today's speaker, Dr. P. Sivasankaran, Associate Professor, Manakula Vinyagar Institute of Technology, Pondicherry, and today's guests from Rotary Club of Mysore West and participants from different parts of the country. Let me introduce today's speaker. So Dr. P. Sivasankaran has obtained his BE degree in mechanical engineering from Pallavan College of Engineering, Kanchipuram, and he has done his ME in industrial engineering from Tyagaraja College of Engineering, Madurai, and he has obtained his PhD in industrial engineering from Anna University in the year 2015. He is having total 10 plus years of teaching experience in various cadres and currently is working as associate professor at Manakula Vinyagar Institute of Technology, Pondicherry. And he has published a total of 35 papers in reputed international and national journals and also presented many papers in international conferences. He has published a book on quality management, process planning and cost estimation, managerial economics and computer integrated manufacturing, automation for excellence, etc. He has organized 15 workshops and guest lectures on recent technological advances in the area of industrial engineering. He is a peer reviewer and editorial board member for various reputed international journals. He is a life member of Indian Institute of Industrial Engineering, Mumbai, IANG USA, and Teaching and Education Research Association, Eurasia Research. He is a proficient in software such as design for assembly, AutoCAD, robotic, etc. He has guided various academic projects for UG and PG students. He is regularly applying for project seminar grants, FDPs, STTPS under various schemes such as DST, CSIR, NSNTM, and ASCTE. He has carried out a novelty research on the work titled Comparison of Jute and Sisal Fiber Reinforced Composites using Crust PCB with the support of C Intel Services, Chennai. He has actively participated in various FDP's national and international workshops at various institutions. He has delivered guest lectures at the institutional level and also reputed industries on the topic related to software applications and other industrial engineering areas. So this is a brief introduction about today's speaker. And the beautiful thing about learning is that so nobody can take it away from you. So that's why never stop learning. So when you stop learning, then you stop growing. So learning gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking, and thinking provides knowledge, and knowledge make you great. So knowledge is divine. So knowledge is powerful, and it should be shared. This is one among that platform where the knowledge is shared. So coming to today's topic, Education 4.0 is a purposeful approach to learning that lines up with the fourth industrial revolution and about transforming the future of education using advanced technology and automation. Creativity is the foundation of Education 4.0. It emphasizes the need to prepare students to take on challenges and head on. And even Education 4.0 is a desired approach to learning that aligns itself with the emerging fourth industrial revolution. So this means teaching students about this technology as part of curriculum, changing the approach to learning altogether, and utilizing this technology to better improve the university experience. Many of today's children will work in new job types that do not exist, with an increased premium on both digital and social emotional skills in the coming years. So the gap between education and jobs is further widened by limited innovation in learning systems, which were largely designed to mirror factory style growth models. The fourth industrial revolution has made it imperative that education systems adapt. At the same time, the school closures caused by the COVID-19 crisis have further exposed the existing inadequacies of education systems and around the world. Without action, the next generation will be unprepared for the needs of the future, creating risk for both productivity and social cohesion. So there is an opportunity for public and private sector leaders to reset primary and secondary education systems and co-design content and deliver on children's needs for the future. So based on the framework developed in schools of the future, defining new models of education for the fourth industrial revolution. So Education 4.0 initiative aims to better prepare the next generation of talent through primary and secondary education transformation. So with this, coming to today's the national webinar on Education 4.0 and its challenges. So here the speaker will go into enlighten us with what exactly the education in the Education 4.0 in the education system and its challenges in front of us when we start implementing it. So with this, I will wish all the participants will have a fruitful interaction with the speaker. Once again, thank you, and all. Over to you, Shashank.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. P. Shivshankaran, Associate Professor, Manakula Vinayagar Institute of Technology, Pondicherry, to start the session.
So very good morning to one and all present here. So I am Dr. P. Shivashankaran, currently serving as Associate Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Manakula Vinayagar Institute of Technology, Pondicherry. So today I am going to share my view on Industry 4.0 challenges and implementation in education sector in India. So here we are going to see some of the major issues faced in the current today's education system. So why the students' interaction level is said to be very less within a classroom teaching. So what are the expectations of the today's younger generation in the modern day teaching methodology? So why conventional method of teaching is not much effective, successful? So these are the reasons we are going to find out through research survey with the help of the research survey, both on national and international level. So few papers I have collected, and based on which a Google survey feedback form has been circulated to various academic institution industries. So based on which the number of responses are collected, accordingly the standard deviation and mean, the values are calculated. So from that, the final conclusion, so what are the major thing that strongly influence the modern day education system? So that we are going to see the conclusion after dealing with the future focus and summary. So now this is the proposed agenda for today's meeting. So what is meant by Industry 4.0, the present education setup, an abstract, and introduction to the concept how education 4.0 and industry 4.0 can able to align with each other, and a few literature review the research aspects from national and international level, then proposed suggested model, business model for education 4.0, then future focus and summary, followed by conclusion and references. Now, directly we will move on to the preface of the beginning of the session. So, Industry 4.0 in the present education system. So, at present, the education system has brought a lot of challenges and much more advancement compared to the earlier method of education. So now the students are focused towards the digital method of learning platform mode. So that gives more simple method of representing the concept through by simulation or graphical mode of education as compared to conventional mode of practice. So whereas in olden trend of education system, students have faced a lot of tremendous pressure in orienting towards listening to the classroom discussion, the teaching and learning process. So that made them a lot of stress and panic situation. So the conventional system is not it is not a more productive model in improving the overall outcome of the education pattern. So the student's mind is focused towards more visual. So they the present day younger generation student, they all want everything to see the process more visual in nature through virtual mode of education, right? So that provides more flexibility to see the concepts and the process in a better way of teaching style as compared to the blackboard method, right? So even though digital mode of teaching can able to improve the concepts in a much better way, but at the same time, the rural background village people, so they had a lot of internet connectivity issues. So they couldn't able to cope up very much effective in the digital mode of education in the present COVID pandemic situation. So these are some of the trouble faced by the rural village people. So my humble request, proper training should be given to both teaching fraternity as well as the student from the rural background people. Okay. So without any proper training, we may not move towards the modern day education pattern, that is on virtual mode of education. So in this presentation, an attempt has been made to conduct a survey through Google form by taking opinion from various respondents within the educational institution in India. And based on the responses, a business framework model is developed to implement in the real-time system. And now we will move to the introduction about what is Education 4.0, what are the latest technological challenges that are involved in this modern concept. Let us see gradually one after the other. So nowadays, the sensor, IoT, the modern, the industry sensor and smart automation. So these are the need of the hour in order to influence the present education system in several ways. So today's education system has got a big demand in towards smart automation, cloud computing, and industry IoT. So these are the main core subjects that can be added in the regular university curriculum. So that we can able to provide more practical, intense training to the students by giving more job opportunities. So the present day students are not much updated with these latest technological aspects. So the university can take effort to implement industry-oriented curriculum. So these are the demand from the industry side. So they expect student with knowing all these latest technologies. So along with the regular subject stream, we can add these subject as an elective paper so that in every semester, so one emerging technological related paper can be kept along with the regular course subject so they can focus very much effective what are all the things that are going in the current industry scenario, right? So the today's education system, they have to focus more and more on virtual mode of communication system. But still in India, there are some problems related to the communication protocol system and lack of skilled personnel and poor economic culture. So these are some of the above all issues that are present in the Indian education method. So Industry Revolution 4.0 will definitely create a big impact on the current education method followed in the India, and that will transform the future of advanced technology through visual aid practices. So the present system is not much beneficial to the students of Indian nation by following the classical model of education, that is memorizing the concept and rewriting the same concept without any thinking or innovative skills. Hereafter, those present method of the classical way of teaching and learning will never work out in future, right? So everybody, both teachers and students, so they have to transform themselves by marching towards the change. So some change is required in every individual for their betterment. So in future, this type of conventional education pattern will not be serving the students in any cause. So today, the digital method of education has brought a lot of comfort, flexibility to the students. But the thing is, the rapport between the student and the faculty member through online method of conducting the classes is still less inactive in nature. So the students are not feeling free to use the modern digital tool in some places. Okay, right? So I'm not telling the entire people. In some specific members, they are finding it difficult to use it. So this should be given with the high skill oriented training. So we cannot blame the students entirely. So they may have some resistance to change in their mind. Normally, the students are oriented much effective towards physical mode of contacting during the classroom hour. But during the COVID pandemic situation, they are out of, both faculties and students are out of physical contact. So it will be a big trouble for both the people, faculty as well as students. So there are a lot of advantages, but we have to take it in a right path, the virtual mode of the education system. So before going for any radical change or transformation in the present education setup, so I already told you, we have to fix our mind to change ourselves, readiness to preparedness. So that is treated commonly for all individuals. So education 4.0 improves the freedom of learning. So the students can able to learn on their own, freedom to think, freedom to innovate. So they can implement by doing some promising results with the help of project-based learning approach. As compared to simple classroom method of learning, we can incultivate the project-based learning approach in the classroom teaching methodology. So as a result, the students and educationalists both have the equal responsibility to sharpen the world in order to bring the quick changes through major advancement in the field. So the so-called the modern concept, education 4.0 will grab many job opportunities to students in line with latest technological tools like data sciences, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and so on. So the education 4.0 will bring the change in the existing educational curriculum design and pedagogical methods that are present practiced in teaching learning approach. Also in future, it is estimated that the AI technology will have a major role to play in the field of higher education system, and also to what extent all the universities will be converted to be a smart campus in improving the teaching learning methodology by enriching the quality. So the Education 4.0 requires a new strategy to prepare human resources in order to compete in the digital technology. So this concept requires a commitment from the human individual. Even though the resources are there, but the human individuals, they have to commit themselves 100% wholeheartedly in order to change for the future betterment. So the fourth industry revolution has shown a big impact in several ways, specifically in education sectors. So the influence of Industry 4.0 concept has brought more advanced transformation both in national level and international level. So researchers as well as the industry experts, so they have to work collaborative in manner in order to bring solution for many issues that are occurring in the current the digital world of education. The Education 4.0 does not require a teacher to teach the concept. So the teacher can act as a facilitator, okay, by showing the concept visually through digital mode of pattern. So the time can be shortened. So whereas in conventional classroom style, the teacher has to put a lot of effort in explaining the concept to the students. So more amount of mechanical effort is wasted. Whereas in this virtual mode of education system, so the teacher no need to put more mechanical effort. So everything we can convey our idea through by method of simulation or graphics, so that the students can able to easily connect to the concept within a less amount of time. So this is called as a productivity method of learning approach. So this is a role of the teacher that will have a slight shift in the modern environment of Education 4.0. Similarly, the teacher also have to develop their core competency in using various ICT tools by adopting simplified method of teaching and learning process. So Education 4.0 have to establish its own objectives in line with the goal of Industry 4.0, so that both educational institution and industries, they have to connect together for the betterment of students' future. So the next section that tells about the various research literature articles that are collected both in national and international level as presented here. So these are the broad categorization of the review of literature. The Sharma et al. In this paper, the author have stressed about the change needed in the present education system in the era of a fourth industry revolution 4.0, with the usage of emerging technology like artificial intelligence, smart automation. So that has increased the high demand in education sector in recent times. So the present education system should be able to shift towards the virtual mode by training both students and staff members to work with the human machine interface system that is called as smart robotics. Before going to the shift in the education system, it requires update on the recent technology from the student side and also from the faculty side. So the Education 4.0 aims for the cooperative method of learning and teaching and learning process through online mode. The next author, Tandon, he has observed that the Education 4.0 requires a lot of skills and talents from the young engineers who are graduating every year from the leading technical universities. Also, here in this paper, the authors have stated that the activities of human intervention will be gradually replaced by smart automation control system. In the present advancement of the industry 4.0, all the schools and colleges have to relook the education standards in teaching and learning activity by creating the massive job requirements by upgrading the skills of students from the school level onwards. The next, Avinash Atta have described the need of education 4.0, the digital transformation. In India, the importance of the education 4.0 concept is still said to be a dream concept. In future, it may come rapidly to Indian education setup. So education 4.0 is preparing the students for the future leadership. So as I told you earlier in the previous slide, it improves the independency in freedom to think, freedom to innovate. So thereby automatically the students can be able to bring the leadership, the strong potential leadership when they are working in an organization. So the people from India still have the hesitation to change towards the modern advancement in future. So even though India has various geographical indicators and people are following mixed culture, different languages, but one thing, so every people must have high skill based intensive training towards the modern transformation in education system. Since the students from the rural background, they have a lot of communication difficulties. So according to their comfort, so using regional language as a common the communication platform, so we can create certain online digital courses. So some may be able to speak Hindi, he may not able to convey through English very effectively. So according to their comfort, we can give regional languages. We can conduct the technical courses through regional languages, through digital mode of pattern, so that we can able to groom the rural people for education 4.0. So Harihara Sudan et al., he has collected the data about the languages that are used to communicate the medium in digital representation. So in this paper, they reviewed the literature from the basic literature. It is clear from the fact that most of the research papers, they used English as a common digital the communication platform and its basic significant importance in education 4.0. So based on the comprehensive review, it is observed that most of the literature work are done in digital English in the recent past. So here one can able to think alternative, as I told you that, so we can convert everything in terms of regional languages in order to communicate the idea quickly with the help of the modern digital tools and techniques. So in different mixed language, we can give the online courses either in English or in Tamil or Hindi, like that. So Kumar et al. Have focused towards the basic functions of Industry 4.0 and Education 4.0 in general sense. So in the first few phases, they narrated about the basic functions of Industry 4.0 and its core competency with respect to the industry revolution. Then in the second phase, they made a strong focus on the education system and its modern trends in the present environment. They took some of the most important, the core parameters like individual impact on Industry 4.0, impact of education 4.0 in curriculum design and framework, and overall impact in teaching methods. So these are the various parameters chosen by them, and based on that, a thorough assessment is made from various persons in order to know the perceptual view of education 4.0. From the results, from the assessment, it is clear that still everyone has to have a long shift to move on towards the change in the future. So the Industry 4.0 implementation in education system will bring a radical change in all the process and functions. Then the next research article, Singh and Tilak, so they contributed their ideas in improving the employability aspects of graduates by integrating the fourth industry revolution. So the authors have fixed two major hypotheses to measure the significant difference between each factor. One is improper implementation of skill development, so that affects the employability, and less knowledge teachers, students and technicians have that also cause a big impact in poor employability. So based on this two hypotheses, they suggested a proper implementation of education 4.0 model to improve the effectiveness of the education quality. Then Jadhav et al. So he introduced the different role of education 4.0 in various sectors. So some of the primary roles focused here in education 4.0, its special features and challenges are highlighted here. Upliftment of teacher, the quality of the teacher that should be realigned as per the demand, the modern day demand, and setting the course curriculum as per the industry requirement, then collaborating with industry experts. So these are the important things that should be strongly focused for the uplifting the organization standards and also individual standards. So at the overall, education 4.0 must have a good infrastructure and the data security for successful implementation. And next research article suggests as written by Lawrence et al. So this author focused towards the strength and weakness of education 4.0 in higher education system of Malaysia. So even though education 4.0 proves to be more advantageous, challenging in nature, but at the same time, it has some demerits during the implementation stage. So in this paper, they commonly addressed the problems that are faced by the people of Malaysian university. So most of the lecturers in Malaysian universities felt that education 4.0 will completely disengage the physical interface between students and faculties away from the regular mode of classroom culture. So this study provides various insights about the strength and weakness of education 4.0 to the authors by collecting many questionnaire surveys. So Hamdoni et al. So in this paper, he considered a case study from Higher Education Institute of Philippines. So based on the review from several databases that are collected, so they try to bridge map the gap between the education 4.0 and industry 4.0. Following are the various attributes that are considered: the facilities provided within the educational institution, then technological advancement in line with industry tie-up are considered to be the most important thing. Then next one, Martin et al. So based on his observation, smart automation, so that will help the technology in forward direction with a lot of hope in improving the quality of education system. Here, the authors have collected the detailed review on institutional level, ranging from higher education to primary level education system. So they collected data about various techniques from various technologies from leading journals. And moreover, in this work, they analyzed the trend of smart automation in education level with respect to global level scenario. Pica Rossi et al. Have focused the recent trend in Industry 4.0 in business schools and management education studies. So Industry 4.0 is said to be a new theme for management scholars and business economic discipline people. The number of contributions related to both management studies and industries are taken in the review of literature. And based on this, the data collected from major academic and research databases to aim for a strong objective and functioning of organization. So based on the various literature study, so these are the graphical representation. So here some of the tools I have mentioned here in the bar chart. So among which cloud computing and smart automation are the most widely popular the tools that are used many times from the year 2018 to 2020 as shown in the figure. And based on this analysis, importance of education 4.0 that has been studied, focused on both national and international level from several directions. So most of the review articles are stressed upon the modernization and technology improvement in the education 4.0, starting from basic curriculum design to virtual mode of teaching and learning process in future education. And here comes the proposed business model for the education 4.0. So this involves various entities, industry collaboration, development of infrastructure, allocation of proper funds, then students' positivity towards education industry 4.0, then administrative willingness to accept the change, then internet accessibility. So this gives you a complete framework of the business model for education 4.0. So the above, the pictorial representation, which tells about the digital learning environment by proposing a so-called business model in order to provide a guideline, a roadmap that are to be followed by both educational institutions and industries. The main purpose of constructing the business model is to create a reference model for conducting the mode of business practices. The above model clearly describes about the virtual model of education 4.0 and its significant impact under various entities. So the following are some of the main 6 major entities are listed here. All the above entities are equally considered to be important, that have relative merit with respect to each other. If a student engagement is said to be poor, definitely the outcome will affect. All the 6 major entities will show a drastic impact. Okay, so the administrative willingness is not good to support the proper fund, that will also affect the final output. So it is highly important to note that all the 6 entities are considered to be equally measured for better learning environment. So based on the model framework, so the following Google survey is conducted by considering the following questions. So readiness to e-learning, any internet issues faced by the individuals, what about the quality of teaching learning method, then students learning outcome, then overall recommendation of education 4.0 concept. Okay, so these are the future focus and summary. So based on the Google survey, the following are the inferences that are made. So the majority of the respondents, nearly 32, have strongly agreed to the transformation change in the education system through online mode of communication. The minority of the respondents, nearly 15, have felt that due to network issues, a level of teaching and students receiving potential are neutral in nature. And only very few respondents, they dislike towards the digital mode of education system. And these are the questionnaire which has been framed out. So, from these are the mean and standard deviations that are calculated depending on the number of responses. From the above inferences, it is noted that the organization should have a high-speed internet facility. In addition to that, they have to train the human workforce, that is a faculty and students, to have a good rapport through virtual interaction through online mode of education. So the future focus of education 4.0 will be focused on the following tools like data sciences, smart automation, IoT, etc. So using this modern day tool, so the faculty can impart their skills through project-based learning environment. So these are the conclusion from the today's webinar. So based on the presentation, the attempt has been made to review the current scenario of education 4.0 concept, both in national level and international level scenario. The research is focused by conducting a Google survey from various respondents like students, faculties, and industry professionals. Based on the model, the following entities are suggested for possible e-learning environment that has to be implemented. Then it is important to note that the management should support for more allocation of fund to introduce the digital mode of education system in the institution level. Also, they should create more willingness from the student side to adapt themselves in modern classroom system. At last, the institution and industries, they have to work together in a collaborative way by going for a project-based learning approach. So if every institution tries to have this kind of change, then there won't be much problem regarding the students' placement, right? So the students can convert themselves as a successful entrepreneur, even though he is not placed. So by enriching the skills, he can able to stand on its own without the dependency of anybody. Okay, so that is my dream. I want all the students to be a future entrepreneur in spite of a job seeker. So these are the references from the paper which I published that have been presented here. So I thank all the participants and the program director for giving me the wonderful opportunity to share my view on the future mode of education, Industry 4.0, the digital transformation in India. So thank you, one and all.
So any participants, you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and you can ask, or else you can post it in the chat box also.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Shashank. So any clarifications or any thing, if you want to ask a speaker directly, you can unmute yourself and you can ask. Or else you can put it in the chat box also. And even you can give your feedback also about the program. By unmuting yourself or put it in the chat box also. They will answer to it. So Vidya, so very informative session. Thank you. So any questions or clarifications? Can ask. So or else we'll move on. We'll come to the summary. Shashank, you can continue the session.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful and informative session. Now the participant can ask or interact with the speaker by unmuting. I request Dr. Ramachandra CG, the Managing Director of Sanatana Research and Training Institute, to summarize today's webinar.
Okay, well, first of all, let me thank you, the resource person of today's this session, the webinar, Dr. P. Sivasankaran. So, couple of the topics he has come out with us, and he has shared his knowledge. So it was a very informative webinar. So that so what exactly the Education 4.0, he has given the complete insight about it. At the beginning, so he has given the present education system, how we are following the education system in our India. So what are the changes that is required for the education 4.0 he has highlighted, and what are the modern technological advancement that is required to implement this education 4.0 he has highlighted. And for this, how the preparedness about students, or it might be teachers, how they have to transform themselves from the existing system to the new system that he has highlighted. And as I told, readiness and preparedness, With this, the education 4.0, the students will have a freedom to learn whatever he wanted. Okay, whatever he wanted is, he'll get a full freedom to learn, and even more of the project-based learning. It will be there, like whatever we see in our Montessori system. So those who are you have undergone the Montessori based learning to your the childhood, or your kids, those who are undergoing, so they will learn from the models, and they will learn from the activities. Actually, the same the education system, so it has to be implemented for the higher the classes also. That's what even the Indian government is also thinking to implement this, and that is new education policies also. It is in the pipeline. If this pandemic, if the pandemic situation was not there, so at least 21-22 academic year they would have implemented this. So it means what exactly the new education policy means, more of the skill based or concept the based education. That's what they are planning it. So we hope in at least for the next academic year we may get that the new education policies. And even in the skill based education, the more the important topics in that they have quoted, like machine learning, data science, coding, artificial intelligence, Python nowadays. So these are some of the emerging fields. And this education 4.0 will enhance the teaching and learning process actually. So nowadays also the classroom teaching, whatever we teach, okay, there also the teaching learning process, how it is taking place. We are the uh, we are change the same process is improving so that it can reach more easily to students. That's what you might have observed in Byju's e-learning and all. Okay, the same concept, how with the help of the animations or any audio, video, visuals and all, how the concept will be cleared over there. Same, the system has to be implemented here. And even the productivity, the method of learning is also improves with the adoption of this 4.0. And he has discussed various literature. So many researchers have worked on this with various aspects for primary education, for different various the case studies they have taken. They have made a lot of survey, and they have identified what are the areas that can be the problems that they have identified, areas that can be implemented, how we can implement, what are the, well, at the time of implementations, what are the drawbacks that they are getting get. So all those things they have given in their the outcome of their the research. And the major requirements, as he told, so for education 4.0, like industry collaborations are required. Like you might have seen, so in more of NIT and IIT industries, IITs and all, so there the industry, so one industrial setup will be there in the inside the education institution. So like that in education system, that collaboration, more of collaboration, the has to take place. Like in our MBBS, we have at least so they should have one hospital to run your medical the institutions like that. For engineering or any other technical institutions, so the government has to make mandatory that they should have an industry, so that rather than the more theoretical knowledge, the practical knowledge or skill based the knowledge also they can impart. So industry collaboration is required, and they have to develop the proper infrastructure which is required for the industry 4.0. And they have to financial aspect, allocate the funds which is required towards the towards it, and also students positivity towards the industry 4.0. So how the response that is coming from the students, and administrative willingness to implement this, as well as internet accessibility, okay, which they are providing. So these are some of the basic requirements to implement this industry the education 4.0. And also based on the Google survey which has shown us, so what are the questions that it may come in front of us before implementing this? So internet issues, especially in city areas and all, it's not a big issue, but in rural areas and all, connectivity is a big problem. And readiness to this e-learning platforms or e-learning based educations and all, how they are prepared. and the quality of teaching and including students learning outcomes about it, and overall recommendation of the education 4.0. And with this, so in future, so we hope that the education system should transform from the present education system to the more of skill based. Okay, that's why the industry, once they hire any the graduate and all, they will give a rigorous training, like a week long or months together. Okay, they will give that extra skill which is required to work in the industry. Then only okay, that's why the internship or the trainee they will call. So in our education system itself, we should have those the programs or the skill based the education, so that they are ready to use the industry people. That means we have to bridge the whatever the gap that we have between the education system and to the industry. And as he rightly pointed out at the end, so most of the graduates, they think of to get a job rather than with the skill whatever they have. Rather than job seekers, they have to think more about the job providers. They should become an entrepreneur. Okay, a lot of funds are available for young entrepreneurs and all. They have to make use of this. That's what the skill, the based education that has to be implemented. So we hope this particular the webinar has helped you some insight information about the education 4.0. Once again, I thank the speaker and all the participants, those who have participated today. So the feedback link, it will be sent to you. So now I'll send it to you, and even the certificate link also we will provide. So so that you can get the certificate also. And those who have missed, so this presentation, so it will be uploaded in our the YouTube channel also. So later also you can go through it. So over to you, Shashank.
Thank you, sir. Gratitude is the essence of humanity. I thank Dr. P. Shivashankaran, Associate Professor, Manakula Vinayagar Institute of Technology, Pondicherry, for accepting our request to be the research person of today's webinar, and also for delivering a very informative session. Thank you, sir. I thank Dr. Ramachandra CG, Managing Director of Sanatana Research and Training Institute, and Raghavendra Prasad MD, President, and Sri Dinesh Kumar DK, Secretary, Rotary Club of Mysore West, for the involvement in organizing this webinar. I also thank Sri Lokesh CG, President, Dr. Shantaraj Aras, and Srimati Bhagya Gopal, Board of Trustees, Sanatana Sampradishthana, for their support extended in organizing this webinar. Finally, I thank all the participants for your support and active participation in this webinar. Thank you, one and all.